Hello everyone, in this video we'll be dealing with such questions. Okay, the question is if y equals max f this 5 minus x 2 minus 1, then find the minimum value of y. Okay? I have plotted the graph on a graphing site. Okay, but although you can do it on your own. But for the explanation part, I have taken the exact precise graph. Okay, so let's see. The graphs are x plus 3. Okay, so this red line is of x plus 3, and this 5 minus x blue line is of 5 minus x. Okay, and the this of y is 2x minus 1. Okay, so when you plot the rough graph, then only you have to notice it. Okay, the question is max of. Okay, so the solution graph will be what? In all the three lines, the uppermost part is this over here. Okay, this over here, and this over here, and this over here, this over here, this over here, the topmost part. Okay, and it goes on till here, the topmost part. At this particular point, the uppermost part is this. Okay, from here it will go up. Okay, so this and it will go on to, so the solution will be this yellow portion will be the solution. Okay, so another thing to notice, the minimum value. Okay, now you can see that it went till here, it went till here, and it went above. Okay, so this particular point is what? This particular point is basically intersection. Wait, I'll erase it. Okay? This particular point is basically intersection of this blue line. Blue means 5 minus x, and this red line x plus 3. So this is the minimum value, and from here you can see that graph again tends upward, and it will go on there. Okay, and from here also it will go on here. So this particular point is intersection of these two lines. Okay, so just for that reason we have to just equate these two to get the intersection point. Okay, this will be 2x equals 2, x equals 1. Okay, so x at x equal to 1, that graph is. Okay, so basically at x equal to 1 you can get 4, we'll get 4. X equal to 1 we'll get 4 over here, we'll get 4 over here, and we'll get 2 2 1 2, so 1. Okay, so max of this will be 4. So the minimum value of this graph will be 4, because or you can observe from the graph that all other values will be greater than 4. See here, greater than 4 is. For that reason 4 is the answer. Whatever it is, 4 is the answer. Don't get confused that you got x equal to 1, because the question is asking for value of y, and y is what? Y is maximum of these three functions. Okay, so for that reason we'll plug in 1 over here, and then we'll answer y. Okay, the next question, one more so that it becomes clear. And I'll deal with one special question as well. It is a total different question, like it was a very good one. Okay, this is find the maximum value of the graph if y equal to minimum. So now we'll plot three graphs, this and this. Okay, now the question is minimum. We have to take minimum. Okay, now you can see that it will the lowermost at this particular point is this, or it might be somewhere else. Okay, anywhere it will be, it will go on, it will go on, it will go on. You have to take the minimum. Okay? So wherever it will be, like at this particular point, this is more lower, so red is more lower. Okay, so the red will be the solution. You can see that it will go on, it will go on. From here onwards, this will be lesser. Okay, so whichever graph is below that we have to consider for our solution. Okay? So for that reason it will go on, go on. So now this is the solution graph, and you can see that the maximum value, see the graph has gone from here to here, it has reached to its peak right over here, and then again it has decreased. Okay, so this is the maximum value possible for fx, for y, or whatever you say, for y. Okay, and now again notice that what it is, this particular point it was, no? And it is the solution. It is the intersection of this red line. Red means 2x minus 1, and this green line 2 minus x. Okay? So 2 minus x equals 2x minus 1. So this becomes 3x, and this becomes 3. So x equals 1. Okay? X equals 1, plug in over here. So 4, 1, 2 minus 1, 1. Okay, so minimum of these three is 1. So 1 is the answer to this question. All you need to do is just spot this first. So that's why one will be, and you can see that the graph was here and it again decreased over here. Okay, now the best question, like these are very cliched and common, everyone can do this. So the best twist in this question, like there's a question, wait, I'll tell you the question. The question is basically We have to find the if we say there's a function say x plus 3 for example, okay, and x square and any number say 8, okay. We have to take the minimum of these one, okay, minimum of these one, and we have to find the, let's say this is y, okay, we have to find the minimum of this one, and we have to find the maximum possible value of y, maximum possible value of y. So again, what you will do, this will plot graph and do this, but if you just think in this question, see, if x goes on increasing, if say x goes on decreasing, okay, f goes on decreasing, so this will become very negative, okay. So in that case, the value will be any negative number, okay. And say if x becomes very high, okay, very high, then this will be very high, this will be very high, and this will be 8 only, okay. But we have to take the minimum of these three. The minimum of these three in that case will be 8, okay. So when it becomes very high, it goes on till 8, okay. Whatever value it will go on, it will go on 8, okay. And when there was a case of negative, we have to consider this value because this was a negative one. So in that case, the value of y was less than 8, okay. And any negative, okay, we'll take negative, okay. And that it goes on increasing, increasing, and very x, when we take very high x, then also it will be like, it will be very high, it will be very high, it will be 8, okay. So what we'll consider? We'll consider minimum of very high and 8, so it will be 8 only. So till 8 only it can go. No value greater than 8 is possible. So the max of y is how much? Is how much? 8. So 8 is the max possible value of y possible. This was a very good question. You need not graph, you just think analytical approach and you will be sorted with this.